Alright guys, welcome back to the 416 Drive. It's your boy Flight J25 and SK47.
Right, aka bad shoulder and improving ankle. Because my ankle's been improving, man. It's been showing good signs.
Yo, dude,
I was running around yesterday, like this ball court, actually, the second net opened up. I think some kid went up and tore it down.
Yeah.
So I was running like full court version of that size court.
Yeah.
Running back and forth, and my ankle actually held up instead of twisting in quarters.
Oh damn, that's actually improvement. Cause I'm looking at your ankle, it's not that swollen.
Yeah, dude. Nah, but it's like, yeah, it used to have a brain of its own. Like now it's gone down, but like I feel it though. If I jump, I feel it. So I gotta work on, I guess, landing better, this and that, putting pressure on my front of the feet as opposed to the heels.
That's the thing I think me and you both need to stop. Was we legit keep just dropping on our heels.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. For some odd reason, it just became a habit. Now, I don't know. I changed the way I walk too, just so it feels better on my knees. I try to point my toes a little forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I used to point them out as I walk. Yeah. Now it's forward. Like I got flat feet, so I got find ways to survive out here. Like it's tough, man.
You should honestly. There's exercise you can do to improve your arch. Like it's hard.
I'm never gonna get an arch.
Well, the thing is it's hard to. I can't really show you here. Look, if you look at my ankle, if I rotate,
you got a little bit of an arch.
I have a little bit of an arch, but that's me holding the arch. If I'm not holding it, it kind of drops a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell. It's easier when I'm standing. You can tell.
Yeah.
Right? Like that arch, but it's because I rotate my knee outward and I plant my forefoot. So my forefoot stays where it is and I rotate my knee outward as much as I can. That kind of helps the arch.
You think this is like the exact conversation Sion is having with this fucking Pelican coaches? Because he's relearning how to walk.
Dude, that guy doesn't walk. That guy waddles side to side.
Yeah, he probably has flat feet.
Probably. Man, all I know is my knees.
Yeah, man. Honestly, if you have flat feet, it's just God already doesn't like you. Like starting you off like here, fuck how you walk. Like,
but yo, you remember that you remember from our boy Stefan Stefan from Mindview? He would say that when you have flat feet, you can actually run faster. Apparently, that's like some Japanese army thing.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. We were also young.
Yeah, we were also, 12, 13, not knowing much.
There's that.
How was your week, man?
My weekend was hectic. So
how was a long weekend? The fucking weather actually ruined it for me. It felt like I was being trapped inside some...
I mean, I was trapped inside.
Yeah, you were trapped inside. We'll get to that in a bit. But the weather was so bad, man.
Oh my god. Well, no, Friday was good. Friday was really nice weather.
Was there some sun out?
Yeah, Friday was... Oh, no, it rained in the morning and in the evening was sun out. Mm-hmm. So me, Sadman, Masfik, and Shaf were able to kind of do our quarantine drills.
Right. Soccer at a park with...
At a park. No, but it was kind of...
safe distance apart.
It was awkward though because all of us were at one point sprinting, but we weren't near each other. We were just in a line. It was so weird, man.
It was like a military fucking drill.
Oh, man. Nah, we were actually planning on recording a pod last week
with one of our closest boys.
Yeah,
arguably gonna be one of the most opinionated and one of the most interesting guests, but he was preoccupied. He was fighting the COVID outside these streets.
He got preoccupied. Yeah. SK got preoccupied. Then I got preoccupied.
Yeah,
that was the coffin. That was his nail in the coffin.
Yeah, but whatever. We're back with an episode this week. We'll keep doing this. We'll try to fit in another episode this week. I think
we'll do another one. It's gonna be up. We have a lot of thoughts about Jordan and the Last Dance coming up. We're gonna save it.
We're gonna cover episodes 7 and 8, and 9 and 10 will be covered in the next episode because somebody forgot to watch 9 and 10.
My guy, I've been busy all weekend.
Oh yeah, you're right. You had a hectic weekend.
I had a hectic weekend, a hectic week. Literally, so I haven't been home pretty much all weekend. Unfortunately, due to COVID. Oh, things
do explain.
Do explain. Okay, so my cousin,
who shall remain nameless for now until she's our guest.
Until her and her husband are going to be our guest, and hopefully her son too.
Yeah, a couple years down the line.
Couple years down that, my God.
He'll have some progressive thoughts.
Yo, you'd be surprised. He has progressive thoughts right now.
Yeah, I know. I remember once I called the TV. I was shouting at the TV. I was like, yo, the guy's stupid. He was like, hey, stop that. I'm like, shit. How's your moral compass better than mine? And you're like 10th of my age.
No, he's 4 now, eh? He's actually growing up.
He's growing up, yeah.
My guy, okay, explain this. He's afraid of the movie Frozen, yet he watched both Jurassic World movies by himself. And he, like, cheers on all these dinosaurs, like, ripping each other apart.
He knows Disney's not about that life. Is that Disney Frozen?
Yeah.
I'll be scared too, man.
Okay. So, back to why I was trapped all weekend. So, my cousin, she... Very successful person. Very successful husband, wife. Like, bit of
You gotta preface that by saying all the good things and then...
All the good things. I mean...
Lay it into them after.
Listen, undergrad from Ottawa U, has a double master's done.
PhD. Working on her PhD.
Working on her... no, it's not the PhD. It's EED.
We'll call it
whatever.
PhD.
It's a PhD equivalent or something like that at U of T. She did courses at NYU.
Yeah.
She worked in New York. She worked in Bangladesh. She worked in Africa. Like, you know, just
social work.
Mrs. Worldwide, you know.
Right,
yeah, social work. Anyways, she's pregnant. You know, expecting her second child on June 1st. Fortunately, you know, fingers crossed. Inshallah, things work out.
Yeah.
They bought a house recently in Milton. They live in Etobicoke. They bought a house in Milton, which is like, you know, butt fuck nowhere, but hey.
Yeah, it is butt fuck nowhere.
You know, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're moving from Etobicoke to Milton, and on Saturday was their big move. But because of COVID, I haven't seen her since my nephew's birthday party, which was in March. Yeah, that's the last time I saw him.
It's not too long.
No, not March, February. I saw him in February.
3 months.
Yeah. It's still a long time, man. Compared.
Yeah, you guys are close too, so it is a long time.
We used to see him like once a week, once every 2 weeks. Yeah. And especially with her being pregnant and stuff, and like every time she's moved in the past, I've always been there. Even SK's been there to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this time she's like, you know what? Like, I don't want too much exposure. Plus, it's Ramadan for me, so she's like, she's gonna hire movers.
Right.
Hires movers, everything goes well, but unfortunately, day of the move, instead of 3 movers showing up, only 2 show up. Instead of them showing up at 9 a.m., they show up at like 6 p.m. Yeah, it was wild, man.
That's a hectic day.
It was wild. And then my cousin, because she's like 8.5 months pregnant, started not feeling so good. So she called me and my sister over. It's honestly stress, man. And like, yo, ladies out there, when y'all are pregnant, I gotta say, you know, kudos to you. You guys can like fight through that.
Yeah.
My God, like, I don't know, carrying something that big on your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, she needed our help, so me and my sister did what we need to do. Went there Saturday, basically till yesterday was there helping her out. Moved a lot of their stuff because they didn't have as many movers. We had to, you know, physically move a lot of stuff into the house. Then we helped her unpack. We built a lot of the furniture for her, so I ended up building new crib, not new crib. The crib was old. I built a new bunk bed, built a new master bedroom bed. Built some shelf, did some stuff with the light fixture.
Got a degree in construction.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, pretty much kind of helping her all weekend. I gotta be honest, you know, I give her a lot of credit, but her trying to do this move on her own. Well, not on her own, her husband.
Yeah.
Her and her husband, but still, like...
The timing couldn't be worse.
COVID, plus Ramadan, plus
economy going downhill. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that pretty much explains my entire weekend.
Yeah, hectic.
What did you do all weekend?
I just felt trapped inside, dude. The weather just, I don't know. I feel like just boxed out. Like, I was no energy from the start because, like, you wake up and it's, like, dark outside.
Yeah.
And that continues for fucking 12 hours. And then you sleep. And then that continues for another 12 hours. And then the cycle repeats for 3 days straight. And the shit just doesn't feel right after. Like, I prefer sunlight. Like, for some odd reason, being trapped inside, I don't know about you guys, specifically, and the listeners too, like, those small changes, you notice it now because you have less interaction with your friends, people. Mm-hmm. You're more, I guess, still, right? Like, you're trapped inside a confined space for a longer period of time. Mm-hmm. And so, like, even something as small as sunlight, you feel it. Like, even for a day, you feel it. Like, sometimes, like, yeah, if it goes by a week or whatever, and then you feel it, you're like, man, it's such a shit week, right? Mm-hmm. But I felt it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then I went for a walk, this, that, and then it just went downhill, man. Like, obviously, we're thinking about, for a long time now, I've never been one of those people that thought about the future. I was always like in the present, whatever. Mm-hmm. But now, just thinking about the future, I just don't see anything good about to happen in the next fucking 2 years. Like the way shit's going. And then it's just, for the first time in a long time, I actually thought about the future and I was like, you know what? Maybe the shit's going downhill now.
Yeah, it's so rough, man.
Like, I feel like I know... I saw a tweet online from, like, this comedian. He was just like, whatever spike you feel in the economy is, like, the equivalent of, like, somebody being hyperactive but being on cocaine. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like the economy's on coke right now, and it's about to hit, like, a bad crashing point. Like, it's staying alive. It's trying its best to stay alive. But I just feel like it's just going to go downhill. Like, I'm in land development.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't see who the fuck is going to buy a house in the next 2 years. The next year. Next 3 months. Like, I just don't see how that's going to happen. Unless, foreign investors. But even then, like, this is a global crisis, right? So it's not just, I don't even know.
Hey. You know what the funniest thing is?
You know things I don't know, so tell me.
The only economy... Well, I haven't done the research for the past month, but up until April, the only economy in the world that's been positive in 2020, up until April...
China.
Hey.
So were those bats for real, or...
Hey. Conspiracy theory time, okay? Let's see. It's 7:28 in Scarborough right now. Conspiracy theory. Basically... This all stemmed from China, as we know, right? And this pandemic, they got it. They pretty much recovered by the time it spread to the rest of the world. Okay? So they had their suffering. No, China had their suffering. They had a lot of people, going through this, a lot of families torn apart. But they were pretty much healed up by the time the rest of the world started their suffering. So Europe got it first, and then
head of the curve.
Then
it's per usual.
spread to the States. Now it's in South America. So basically, as China started recovering, the rest of the world started going on a decline in terms of the economy. Right now, a lot of factories and whatnot are open in China. The Tesla factory open in China. So all the workers there, all the top 1% of China are starting to see some green in their accounts. Now that the rest of the world is in red, they're able to come swoop in and just buy out everything.
Well, I mean, China is obviously leading the manufacturing, right? So they're going to get that edge now more than ever.
Of course, now more than ever. But they're able to come in, swoop in, look at all the red in the world, and splash a little bit of their own green. Start taking some from the States, some from America. I mean, some from Canada.
But Trump's trying to bring back everything. He's trying to keep it. He's trying to bring... a lot of the... Try to make it inclusive, right? All the production and manufacturing.
In America. He wants to keep it in America, but that's all...
Which is the right thing to do.
No, that's all good and whatnot. But I'm talking about, like, just not even physically, like, taking over, like, manufacturing things. Like, I'm talking about millionaires just pumping, just, buying out, a couple of percent, a few percentages of one company, a few percentage of another company, buying out some land in Canada, buying out some land in London.
They actually own a lot of land in Canada.
Oh, they own a ridiculous amount of land in Canada.
Yeah.
There's Can't reveal it right now, but there's going to be an episode where we talk about foreign investment, not just from China, foreign investment from all over the world, and how that's affecting Canada.
Yeah.
We have a friend who bought a house recently. Well, SK's coworker.
Yeah, that.
So he's gonna talk about.
That's gonna be the struggle of what you guys need to look out for when you buy a house. We'll go through those steps because there's a lot of foolery going on, tomfoolery.
We're millennials, right? We're like the ending of millennials.
I don't know what the fuck I am, bro.
Or Gen X, Gen Z. I don't know.
Fuck. We're the gen that's not gonna make it, bro. That's what we are.
Yeah.
We're the fucking we're gonna suffer the most, I think, for sure. And you know, the one good thing about this whole, I feel like this, if the economy crash, I think it will crash. I just don't see how things can recover that well. But I feel like this is the one time where economy crashes, and then everybody, people who run the world, knowing that the system failed, can find a way to actually run it better. Right? Because they can't just go, they can't run it by this profit, like fucking this high profit based system. They just gotta sell for less money. Like it is.
No, man, I don't believe that. I believe the divide between the rich and poor is gonna keep getting bigger.
Yeah?
Are you kidding me? Right now, who's making the... Dude, Jeff Bezos is trying to crowdfund money for his own company. What the hell?
Right. So that one aspect, that asshole's... Like, this is the perfect time for him.
That's what I'm saying. So
No, but what about the failing guys? Guys whose industries are going down.
Yeah, but who's taking the hit for that? You think it's the top 1% taking the hit? It's going to be the working class taking the hit. The working class and the lower class.
But think about it this way. If the working class doesn't have money...
Okay.
That every single industry that depends on the working class goes down.
At the end of the day, they're all protected by government backing. No,
You're right. They're gonna get bailed out, but the thing is that they're gonna get bailed up by money that's not gonna find itself. Like it's all credit based, right?
Well, that's the thing. Right now, everything is credit based. Like the whole world is
right.
Basically,
but that's what I'm saying. It's not sustainable. They have to understand that at some point.
To be honest, what I think is if our current economic state fails, like the way we have the world running, people are going to sticks and stones, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it could happen, but eventually it could lead to something that's good, so...
But you're talking about like a 700-800 year revolution.
No, I'm talking about like 3-5 years down the line.
No, man, it's not happening. In 3-5 years, nothing happening. Either...
World War III might happen.
Dude, if World War III happens, like... It's not going to be like countries versus countries. It's going to be common folk versus the overlords that we have.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like...
Jeff Bezos is going to get banged in.
But that's it. We're not going to be able to fight Jeff Bezos because this guy's going to be hiding out in his bunker with like Musk and Bill Gates. Actually, I got to say Musk and Bill Gates are a little bit more humanitarian than he is. But still, like... You know what I mean? Like... like the Rothschild family and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Those guys are just stupid rich. What's it called? The monarchs in England. I'm saying like these top 1%, the people controlling the economic markets right now, they're not going to feel the brunt of it. Okay, so I don't know if you heard today, but I forget what they're called, the L Group or the L Corporation, the one that owns Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works.
Okay.
They're closing down something like 25% of the Victoria's Secret stores in Canada and the States. And they're closing down a whole bunch of Bath and Body Works stores. Okay. Right? Or is it Bath and Body Works or is it Body Shop?
I'm going to say, okay. I don't know.
So this L Group owns one of... They own...
Let's say they own both for the sake of this story.
No, okay. Anyways, what I'm pointing out is who's suffering the most from these stores being closed? The people suffering the most are the everyday workers.
Whoever
for
works,
these stores.
Yes.
The store employees... The managers, the supply chain people who are delivering to these stores.
Yeah.
You think the CEO, the CFO, you think the board of directors are taking pay cuts for this?
No, no, they're not going to do
Hell
that.
no.
No, you're right.
So the economic system is built as such.
No. My point is, like, there's a lot of bullshit that's going to happen in between, but the end game is no one's going to be able to buy shit from whatever. Bath and Beyond, whatever. Right? So when that happens, then your whole company fails, right? If nobody can consume your product.
But I also don't believe that. I think that people are still going to be consuming these products.
Not if they don't have a job.
If they don't have a job, like they're not.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. But I mean, okay.
By the way, this conversation we're doing this with zero research, not knowing what the fuck is actually happening. Just riffing off.
You guys are listening to us for our opinions. If you guys want to listen to analysts and stuff, you'd be listening to Bloomberg Market Minute
or ESPN.
Okay, so you're saying that once companies realize that these lower folk are not able to afford their
the very engine that keeps it running are the middle and the lower class, because those are the consumers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyday products.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a basic income
mm-hmm.
to buy those products.
Mm-hmm.
They're out the market. They're done. Mm-hmm. And most of these products are non-essentials, right?
Okay.
Right.
Continue.
That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of these companies are gonna take a hit. So they're gonna look at a way to, okay, you're right, I'm gonna lose out on profit, but am I gonna lose out on profit or am I gonna lose out on the whole company? How's it gonna work? And I mean, down the line they can declare bankruptcy, whatever the fuck. But they gotta take a look.
Mm-hmm.
And they gotta find a way to help the people at the end of the day. If they don't help, if the top companies don't help the people, then it's game over.
I think that they'll just be like, okay, you know what? We'll exclude like this percent of the population. Fuck it. We're not gonna market to them.
No, that's the majority though.
Fuck. But
that is the majority.
But you'd be surprised, man. People are willing to buy non-essential products. People are willing to spend like ludicrous amount of money on non-essential products.
No, but like, you know what I mean? A rich person don't give a fuck. Like they're probably consuming products that only they can afford.
Yeah.
No matter what. But it's like, me and you,
but like, okay,
whoever in our class, our economic class,
mm-hmm.
and lower, they're the ones that's gonna want these average day-to-day product, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. Like, someone's gonna look at that and be like, you know what? We need these motherfuckers to survive.
But dude, like, you're thinking like a very positive, like there being positive change in.
Of course, someone's gonna look to exploit something out of this. But I'm saying at the bottom line is you need the people you've been fucking holding down for your own survival.
Yeah, but I'm saying
you gotta find a way to feed them so they can buy your shit, and then you can feed yourself after.
But I'm also in the boat thinking that these companies will figure out a way to market to these people. Will figure out a way to force these people to come into the stores, buy products they don't need, take money,
which they have done so successfully.
Yeah, and there's, as sad as it to say, I know like there are situations that I see where people are spending money on things they don't need,
mm-hmm.
like foregoing things that they do need.
Mm-hmm,
right,
mm-hmm.
And I think that mentality is still gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
No, that mentality is gonna be there, but
mm-hmm.
there won't be enough money for that mentality to survive. Like, someone's gonna be like, "Well, fuck, I gotta eat because I'm hungry." Right? Like that's gonna overtake the need for non-essentials. Like, who the fuck's gonna buy a car in the foreseeable future? Realistically,
a lot of people will. A lot of people, bro. I talk to people in my, like, working in my field. I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people are buying cars right now. And not not even just like cheap cars. I see people buying like pretty good cars right now, and I find it surprising too. I'm like, hey, hell, I bought a car last year. I mean,
well, you didn't fucking know this.
Yeah, I didn't know all this was gonna happen. I bought a car.
Yeah, you bought a car when the future looked okay,
and I bought it with cash, so that's a good thing.
Straight cash, homie.
I mean, not straight cash.
Whatever.
It was a bank draft. I tried to walk in with a briefcase. Like, nah. Where did this money come from? Where did this money come from?
Yeah, that's surprising, man. I don't know who the fuck's gonna purchase anything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna figure out a way. Like,
even the housing market, like
the typical consumer mentality. Capitalists have the consumers wired in such a way that they believe that they need to buy these products, even if these stores are being closed and these people are being forced out of jobs. They'll find a different demographic to go on attack. Right?
Correct.
What I'm saying is, my point is, instead of the top board of these companies taking a pay cut, they're closing down stores. So I'm gonna drop a little bit of little nugget of knowledge for you because it's good. By the time I say this, the information is gonna be released.
Wait.
I mean, I think most of this information is already released. So Redmond's, it's a clothing store based in Quebec, clothing company based in Quebec. They've declared bankruptcy, or they're doing bankruptcy consolidation stuff. That's already been declared. Aldo is declaring bankruptcy.
There you go.
Aldo, the shoe company. Yeah. No information out on the market. So what's going to happen is they're going to close down stores. They're going to get money from the government. Mm-hmm. But their top 1% is just going to be chilling, laid back. Oh, we have debt protection. We have this protection, that protection. I don't got to worry about my money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right?
But it's gonna be a while before they can crawl back into the market, I guess.
I mean, I don't know what's exactly. So I know Redmond's is closing off, I believe, all their stores. Aldo hasn't released any information about closing their stores. We just found out about it during a meeting. Right. But like what I'm saying is the people that are gonna suffer the most are gonna be the lower class and the middle class.
100%. And 100%. There's no denying that.
As we've seen,
it's gonna be the majority.
And that's the thing, as time has gone on, after any type of pandemic or war, it's always the bottom 1%, the bottom.
Yes, but there's also a flip side. Anytime there's been a war or some sort of serious something, a socialist movement has always risen and has always taken over, sort of. It's after the World War II that actually America became extremely socialist, right? And
you think so? I feel like after
it was like that. And then after a while, like, slowly flipped. Like, to recover, basically, companies, if I'm not mistaken, they had to, if you made over 25,000 in profit, they had to basically pay 91% tax. Or 95%. Literally, every company existed to serve the people. There was no people who ran the company was banking. It was just another place that was there, so somebody else can work and help out the other person. That's what it was, and that's how the company got rebuilt, right?
Okay.
That's how it is.
Okay, so
we'll see. Well, I mean, who the fuck knows?
I mean, to be honest, like
By the way, I could be spitting straight horse shit right now.
You just throw off numbers out there. This guy just threw. What the fuck, man?
No. I put together 2 and 2 from conversations I've had with my dad over the past couple of weeks. But yes, I'm sticking by it.
But guy, okay, so this 91%.
But that number I can confirm.
Oh, okay. All right. Bloomberg market minute right here. What you know? Get at us.
But yeah, so hopefully, like, for me, I feel like that's a future that it's gonna be much better.
I'm scared, man. I'm scared. Like, I don't see.
I'm not scared, but I just don't see a bright future. Like, it's a gloomy fucking path towards something. Okay. You don't even know what the fuck that something is.
No, you're right. It's not fear, but it is like, I'm pessimistic. Like, you're very optimistic about this. You're thinking of that.
No, I'm actually middle ground. I'm not, like, I don't think whatever I want to happen will not happen. I don't think. Okay. But I just feel like it should happen. But I feel like no matter how the world turns, I feel like I'm going to be part of some majority. The majority that suffers, the majority that's going to get the dick. So it's like, whatever, I'm with the fucking flow now. I'm going with the flow. I don't have a choice.
Fair enough. Like, I'm going with the flow too, just like trying to figure out how to live day by day.
Yeah.
Go about my things.
The thing is, like, I feel like me and you both, we're like pretty, in terms of lifestyle, we're pretty minimalistic. Like, we don't fucking consume anything too crazy.
Says the guy who spent a buttload of money on Adidas this weekend.
So did you, except your checkout didn't go through, so
I couldn't.
By the way, buttload is because it was like a fucking crazy ass
it was like 70% off of everything.
Yeah, like 80% off. So I got like $900 worth of shit for $200.
I got $3,000 worth of shit for nothing.
See? But see, that's a deal I would go for. Because fucking, why not?
Hey, I put that all into investments this morning.
There you go.
So okay, so you
did I. On clothing.
Okay, so this is another thing that you keep thinking that the market's gonna crash again.
Well, it already crashed.
No, it crashed, but you think it's gonna get even worse than what it is right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so this is what a few. So there's a few. I have like a few different opinions on this. Number one, every indicator on the market says the market should not be rising as rapidly as it is right now.
Yes.
Every indicator.
I think that's the Coke effect.
Yeah.
It is the Coke.
Legit.
Yeah.
Like every indicator that I'm reading is showing that it should not be rising the way it does.
Yeah.
On the flip side, however, America and now Canada is opening up a lot of things very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's going to go downhill soon.
In my opinion, very unsafely.
Yeah. It's going to go downhill very soon.
My guy, like...
And just recently, I don't know, this sounds like a bunch of horse shit.
Mm-hmm.
My mom told me today that some article or some shit came out that where it said that if you're outside with a bunch of people, the spread of COVID is very minimal. Like, it's almost like, I'm not going to say non-threatening, but it's almost very minimal, and it's recommended for people to, whatever, go outside even if you encounter more people, whatever. It's not a big deal because you're out in the open, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that sound a little...
Nah, man, that makes sense. Being in an enclosed environment versus being in an outdoor environment.
Listen, dude, didn't 2 weeks ago or some shit, they were like, oh, these particles are heavy, they latch onto every single object, they this, that, and that.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so first of all, the particles are heavy. It's not an air... Like, this is a common misconception.
It's not airborne.
It's not airborne. So if unless you're caught... Okay, so this is what I understand. From everything... I've read a lot about this, and I've got to arguments about this. Okay. You have to basically cough in someone's face. You have to cough or have these germs onto a product itself, and then touch that product, and then touch yourself.
Right? Exactly. How does that stop?
But if you're walking, but if you're walking in a park and you're not touching anything in the park, and you're not 6 feet distant.
that's not the point I'm trying to make. They're open on retail stores, not a shit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's just like almost a story too good to be true. It's like, oh, maybe we go outside. The fucking news said so, and then you go up touching up all the.
But that's the thing. You're supposed to go outside, not go into a fucking store.
Oh yeah. Well, they're open on retail.
Fucking dumbasses don't go. Oh yeah, they're open on malls too. Holy.
That's the whole point. That's the thing, right?
Oh, Sharukad, he's been asked to go back to work.
There you go.
He works at one of our friends.
He works at a cell phone.
Yeah, provider. Like a telecommunication provider. They sell cell phones. They sell plans and whatnot. You know, I gotta be smart for the pods. You know, they think I'm smart.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
you are, man. IQ is like 90.
I mean, yours is 95, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely double digits.
But, what's it called? Yeah, so they're opening up a lot of stuff. Houdini's guys been asked to come back to work too soon because they're going to be opening up his store.
There you go.
One of our other friends works for a massive department store.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't think you're going to get sick soon or something, honestly, I don't wish for this shit to happen, but I just feel like given how rapid this shit spreads, is like, come on, man.
Oh, man. Yo, people need to...
You cannot sacrifice people. By the way, I went to Canadian Tire to pick up some garbage the last couple of days, right?
Yeah.
First off, their setup drove me out through the fucking walls.
Oh, my God. Yes.
So, they have So, we do online... We order online and try to pick up in store.
Curbside pickup. Right?
Or curbs. I don't know. For some odd reason, it was booked up, so we had to go order whatever inline.
Well, you had to go with your mom inside?
Well, I just went inside.
Oh, okay.
But this is the setup. So they had the customer service right by the fucking entrance. Right by the... Like, literally, you step, and to the left is the pickup.
Yeah. Store. Are you talking about the one that's on Wood and Eglinton?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, I go in on Thursday, and there's a lineup, and then this is like... the sliding doors, and then now they have like the whatever those metal shit that clings, right? You gotta walk. Turnstile? Turnstile. They have to walk. You gotta walk through that to go to the store.
Yeah.
But in between that spot is the in-store pickup, and there's a lineup of like 4 people already within a small 3x3 little space, 3 meters by 3 meter space. Already. Now that's driving me through the walls. On top of that, you got people with nothing, no masks, no fucking gloves, just walking around la-di-da-di-da. Like, I'm just like, what's happening here? And on top of that, they just have one person at the customer service thing. Like, I get, like, every other store, a big whatever retail store or whatever I've been to, not retail. What do you call it? Like superstore and
hardware store. Oh, the superstore. Yeah.
I guess whatever commercial store I've been to.
Yeah.
Their system has been a lot better than this.
Yeah.
They've literally said like, listen, like stay the fuck on that side, and they try to process you as soon as you can. None of that shit going on here. And I'm just like, what's happening, guy? And this is one of the places too. Like, I get it. Most, if you go to No Frills, whatever, if you go to groceries, you can pick it up in a bag. So the actually point of touching is not that much. You can go take it inside and you can wash it, whatever, blah, blah, right? These stuff in Canadian Tire, you're dealing with pretty big objects in whatever.
Yeah.
Boxes. I bought a fan for whatever buttfuck reason, and then like a bunch of other shit, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, they come in big boxes, so you're touching this, that, everything. Everybody's touching everything. It's like, come on, guy. Canadian Tire, something's gonna happen. I feel like someone's gonna catch something soon. That's just my prediction.
Oh man.
Like you gotta, like someone's gotta think of a better. Like, why the fuck is customer service right at the entrance?
Oh, I do have to say this about Canadian Tire. So, like you remember? I was
By the way, people who were working there were great. Like, they were stuck there, but they had all great personalities. They were very helpful, but at the same time, don't put these workers in the same spot as you put the customers in.
Yeah, you're putting the workers.
Everybody at risk.
Screw the customers.
Yeah,
putting the workers at risk.
That's
so,
right.
But like, see, I gotta say, like, I think that's a whole like infrastructure problem for Canadian Tire. I think it's legit just an infrastructure problem because, like, I remember when my pipe burst a couple of weeks ago. I think I told you, right? Like my kitchen downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I had to pick up some stuff to kind of fix it. Same exact products because like I just didn't know which ones to press. I ordered at Home Depot, ordered at Canadian Tire. Ended up being around the same time, so I just went and picked up both. I gotta return the Home Depot stuff. But the experience I had at Home Depot was like 10 times easier than the experience I had at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, makes sense.
So basically with Canadian Tire system at that time was a curbside pickup. You have to call the number that they provide. You have to give them your order number and they would drop it off like in front of your door, right? However, their phones didn't
dude. My message went to I called so yesterday when I went there, I called them because I thought initially I was part of the curbside pickup.
Yeah.
So, like, my mom ordered, she made a mistake.
Yeah.
But then when I called, they went to the fucking Victoria... What was Monday?
Monday was Victoria Day.
Yeah. They went to the Victoria Day message.
On Tuesday.
At 6 p.m. I'm like,
wait, how many times did you go to Canadian Tire last time?
Twice, because I couldn't pick it up yesterday, so I had to go today.
Oh, you didn't go on Thursday?
What was Thursday?
I don't know. You said Thursday earlier.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Either way. And they went to the message, so I was like, okay, what the hell? And then I see the extension. It was like extension 221. I'm like, oh, what the? How do I get here? Right? So, whatever. They'll figure it out.
Man, that's the thing. Like at Home Depot, literally, I drove in. They had like a nice path set up with the car. You open up your window. You have the barcode ready on your phone. They scan the barcode. You go to the designated spot that they tell you to. They assign like lot numbers. 1, 2, 3. You go to that lot number. They drop it literally at your door. But for Canadian Tire, because so basically you go in all willy-nilly. There's no like assigned anything. You just go. They have like a couple of designated spots. I drove there, parked, tried to call the number 3 times. The number didn't work, so I got out. I started like there was another guy like in another car. We were kind of like conversing from a distance, and he's just like, "Yeah, it's not going through." So I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna walk in." So I walk up to the door. There's some like little lady that looked like she was overwhelmed, man, because like there's a lot of people like coming at her. She was
happened the same thing yesterday.
And she's just like, okay, like give me your name, let me try and figure it out. It took about 10 minutes. I finally got my stuff. But the whole thing is like, it's their entire messaging system. So with both Canadian Tire and Home Depot, the thing was they were supposed to send me emails when my product was ready for pickup, which they both did. And that's why Home Depot was very quick. Canadian Tire, I'm guessing that's also why it was pretty quick, like from when I actually got to the woman that was there and for her to get it out to me, because the products were probably put aside for me. But still, it's the fact that their phone system wasn't working. They didn't tell me where to stand initially. It was just...
Yeah, also make the curbside pickup sign more visible.
Oh yeah,
I'm
man.
like, what the
The
fucking
ugly
shit?
ass, like tiny little.
Yeah.
God
It looked
damn.
like one of those construction fucking signs on the side of the road. I'm like, what? Okay.
Man, yeah. But yo, shit's actually starting to open up. Like,
Yeah. I'm not going out though.
yeah, I'm not going to no stores.
Yeah,
Like, what's the
fuck
point?
that.
Like, you see what happened in Quebec. They opened up schools, and within one day, like,
Listen,
70
man,
new
you
cases.
can't open school. Like, kids are retards. Like, they don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
They don't understand. So why do you fucking let that loose on the kids?
Whatever, man. Kids are kids. Why don't adults fucking understand, man? You know how many reports I'm seeing online? Like, I'm seeing Instagram videos. I'm seeing reports online. I'm hearing people talk about it. It's like retarded shit that people are doing right now. Like, the stupid shit. Like, okay, so there's a Costco in Woodbridge that had a few cases of COVID. So they put store policy. It's everywhere. That if you're gonna walk in, you have to wear a mask. Period. If you're gonna walk in, you have to wear a mask. Yet there's people there trying to walk in, not wear a mask, and then making a scene about it.
Yeah.
Legit making scenes about it. Be like, oh, why are you not, like, I want to go in. Like, they're like, you're stepping on my rights. You're not letting me breathe. Like, this is, like, not humanitarian.
First off, you gotta do something to deserve rights. Like, you can't just fucking be a regular Joe Blow and then want to be like, oh, I have a right to express my freedom by whatever.
By putting others at risk.
Yeah.
So there's one thing about expressing your freedom and living your life when you're putting yourself at risk. As soon as there's someone else at risk because of you, like, you don't deserve no rights.
Yeah, guy. Get your shit
straight. So there was that, but that was the one in Costco. So I saw this another video on Instagram where it's a grocery store in the States. And oh my God, I gotta give props to the guy who was in the video. So, excuse me. The doorman that was there was basically like, okay, you know what? You can't come in unless you're wearing a mask. Like, period. That's it. It's just policy. So the person who was trying to get in was making a big scene. He's like, okay, well, if you're uncomfortable, if you don't have a mask, I'm more than happy to give you a mask. They had like a box of those blue surgical, the blue surgical masks? Yeah. They had like a box of those, being like, for whoever doesn't have it, here you go. So then there's no reason. He's like, I don't want to wear that. Why don't you want to wear that? It's my right not to wear that. It's my body, my choice.
Oh, shut up. Fucking.
My body. These are legit the same people who argue against women about their bodies. And then now they're not idiots, doing like, really, for 20, and then okay, not even that. Then the option was given, okay, if you don't, like, the option was like, okay, you're not coming to the store, but do you want us to shop for you and then you can pay for it outside?
Oh, it's my right to shop.
Exactly. What the fuck? My right to... This kid is literally offering to do the shopping for you so that you don't have to come inside. And you're saying that, oh no, I have personal... It's a damn grocery store. Yeah, what are you buying?
Fuck,
you buying a cucumber to put up your asshole?
Damn.
Fuck, man. And then there's other cases where... there's a barbershop in the States where this woman kept it open. And her reasoning was, and I quote, I'm keeping this open so that my barbers have an income. Not a bad idea. So my barbers have an income. Why don't we ask how much of her income she's given up to her barbers?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, she was fined for it. She had to pay like a $10,000 fine for it, and she still kept her barbershop open. I wonder, instead of getting that $10,000 fine and keeping her barbershop open, how many barbers did she have? If she, I don't know, split that fine money and gave it to her barbers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? On top of that, she started rallying people in her area. And so then all of these NRA fanatics started showing up with ARs, like automatic rifles, to guard this barbershop because that's their right to do so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So, like, it just
yeah, it's like whatever, man. That's what the country's turning into. Yes.
One thing I gotta say, like, I was actually talking to my brother now this weekend, where
we don't get that crazy in Canada.
Well, there's a reason. Canada, like the CERB program that our government has put into, like, and all the steps both the liberals and conservatives working together have done to protect us, it's actually like phenomenal. I gotta say this.
Dude, people still, for some odd reason, find a way to trash talk Trudeau.
People are gonna trash talk whoever's in power. It just is what it is.
Yeah. And it's like for the dumbest reasons too. It's like, oh, our taxes are gonna go up. What the fuck? Do you want like half the people to not eat? Like, what's up?
But like on the flip
side,
man,
like listen, that like people need to realize, like, you listen, your lives or whatever, they're worthless. Like, if me, you, anybody dies, it's like our close friends and like 10 other people will show up.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the funeral.
Yeah.
Now, family, friends, and whatever, 10 more people. So just understand that you only matter to not more than 10 people. Or whatever, however the fuck that matters. 100%, 20 people, whatever. Right? It's like, you're not that important. So understand where your place is in society. Like,
that's what everybody, man. Like, legit, at the end of the day, if you die by yourself...
you don't matter is the motto that I'm trying to promote.
Here's the point. If you die by yourself, it'll affect only this amount of people. But if, like, 20 people now die because your dumbass had to go outside and do dumbass shit, then you're just affecting all those other people. So does your life really matter in that does your rights really matter in that context? So this is the argument I was having with my brother. Well, not the argument. This is a discussion I was having with him. Yeah. He was basically saying that in Canada, we have it a lot better. Because in America, all the money that they have allocated, like, so their version of the CRB is 10 times harder to get. Yeah. Ours is we literally just apply online. And then they either mail you a check or they direct deposit into your account. There, you actually have to... It's a strenuous application process. Right? Yeah. And I guess because they're fearful of people taking advantage, which people in Canada are. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But because of that, a lot of people are not getting their money in time. There was a report of these 2 taxi drivers in New York who didn't get the money, period. And it's like, what are they going to do? And it kind of makes sense for these people to be protesting in the States. But for people protesting at Queen's Park, really... You're getting, like, what are you protesting for? Oh, you're not getting your money? Government's giving you enough money. And it's
like, these people don't have good jobs. like they're just fucking...
No, okay.
They got their little $15 per hour shit job at the local, whatever, cannabis store. It's like, shut up.
Regardless of what job they have, they're getting, okay, you're not getting, like, paid from work. Okay, the government's giving you money. You're having trouble with your mortgage. The government has forced banks into giving you a 6-month deferral. You're having trouble with your loans and your credit cards. The government's forcing these institutions to give you breaks on these cards.
What more do you want?
You're not driving. The insurance companies are cutting your insurance.
Like, I wish the government, like, technically government should pay a little bit more to the people.
Okay.
Just I feel like $2,000 is very hard to survive off $2,000. It's doable, but difficult.
It's doable, but like
I live in a three people family. Me, parents.
Yeah.
We can live off 2,000, no problem. But imagine you got 2 kids. You know what I mean? Like,
and again,
that's very difficult, right?
It makes it difficult, but again, it's 2,000 per person, per adult.
No, but yeah.
It's like if.
Right. Oh, so you mean like
it makes it difficult for single parents, 100%.
Single parents, but even like if you were never employed, then you can't claim it, right?
No, there are ways to get around it. If you're never employed, there are still different benefits that you're getting.
Oh, okay.
If you can get... There's a whole
to be fair, like, I don't know much about this because, whatever, I've been lucky enough to keep a job. Like, whatever. Like, both my parents and, you know.
And that's what I'm fortunate too. Like, I'm fortunate enough to be able to keep my job.
But that's the thing. Me being in that situation, I still want everybody else to get more money. Like, I don't mind paid taxes. I don't give a fuck.
And dude, like, how much
paid taxes for the right reasons is not... That's not the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, like, if your taxes go up in 2 years, it's because you're lending you're putting your hand out for a fellow man.
Yeah.
For your fellow people, like...
What's the problem? Like, I understand sometimes why people always think that they work hard, they deserve this money, and they see that, even myself, there have been times, because my company pays overtime, whatever, you work a bunch, you see this massive paycheck, and then you see the massive tax getting cut.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like, what the fuck, right? But, again, you also praise that when you're sick, when you're in a certain spot, and you're like, wait, hold up, I'm not paying for shit right now.
Yeah.
Things are good, like, you know?
You're not worried that if your parents were to have an operation, if my mom needs to buy diabetes medication.
My mom did have an operation and we didn't pay shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
My mom has to buy diabetes medication. Like, It's number one.
Whatever.
Hell of a lot cheaper in Canada than it is in the States.
$6 for whatever.
Like, hell of a lot cheaper than it is in the States.
Yeah.
So people at Queen's Park, stop fucking protesting, man. Like, what the fuck are you protesting for? Instead, use that time to do something positive. You want to protest?
Like make a podcast, guy. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Or you know what? You want to talk a lot. You want to chat your shit. Go volunteer at a damn hospital.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to chat your
exercise your fucking rights in a hospital, like
exercise your fucking rights in a hospital. Why don't you go help out the homeless shelters?
Or do your protest in front of an hospital. I want to see you do that. See how that turns out.
But all these people are just going batshit crazy, especially now. So now that a lot of things are opening up, people I feel like are not taking things seriously now that.
They're not. They're not.
Not as much here. Again, in the States, it's a lot worse. I'm seeing people like in videos of people in restaurants, videos of people like hoarding.
Have restaurants opened up officially?
In the States. Not here.
In the States, yeah.
Oh, but even here, like, I'll see sometimes.
I saw a huge line at the Burger King today.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, these huge lines. I get it. People need to eat, and you know what? Fast food is.
Yeah, you and I ordered pizza like on Friday.
Yeah, that's fine. But the fact is, you stand in line, it's tedious. Stand in line, get your food, get out.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people hanging out in like parking lots and shit. Like,
yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, just leave.
Why you did like this?
Yeah. Shit, man, this turned serious.
This turned really serious. What else do you want to talk about today?
Shows?
What shows are you watching?
Not a lot. Ozark season 3 is pretty good. It's actually nice, but I heard some bad news. I heard it got canceled, which is fucking mind blowing. But
really? So give me I never watched Ozark. Give me something that won't spoil it.
Without spoiling it, it's basically first off, great cast. Jason Bateman, the guy from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Another good show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I didn't care too much about the last 2 seasons of Arrested Development. I like the beginning few seasons.
Right, but definitely 3 seasons worth watching.
Oh yeah,
right, for sure.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman and I don't know the rest of the actors, but they're all good. They fit in their roles really well. Even the lady too, like the lead actress, she's perfect for her role. The story about an accountant funneling money for the, what do you call it when you funnel the money?
Money laundering?
Money laundering, yes. Laundering money for the Mexican cartel.
Okay.
And, starts off that way, shit turns sideways, and they have to live in this place, the Ozarks. Then they try to come up with a business to launder the Mexican money.
Mm.
So that's how the season goes. Season 1, 2, 3. Bunch of drama, but it goes smooth. Like a lot of the episodes, they don't feel as slow.
Okay.
And it's like 10 season episodes.
Yeah. 10 episode seasons?
10 episode seasons, fuck me.
Holy crap, 10 seasons, 1 episode.
But it's very well done.
Yeah.
And definitely worth the watch. And like every season keeps you reeled in. Like there's always something different. Good character developments, good plot developments.
Okay.
Not afraid to, take the plot in certain crazy directions. It's nice. Comedy wise, Modern Family, first 8 seasons came out.
How many seasons are there for Modern Family?
11 in total.
Oh, so there's only 8 seasons on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like all the good seasons are there.
Okay.
Because people usually consider the first, 5, 6 seasons to be the best ones. Right. They're all there. And New Girl, they put it back on.
What's New Girl about?
New Girl is like another 20-minute comedy.
Yeah.
Kind of like The Office style.
Office style?
Hey, it's like The Office, Modern Family, like, no laugh track, 6 characters, whatever.
Okay.
Every episode, some piece about them. But it's about a girl played by whatever the fuck's name, whatever. But she does a good job.
No, I know her name.
No, you don't.
Zooey Deschanel.
There you go.
I knew it.
Zooey Deschanel. She moves into this loft with 3 other people, and then her friend and another external friend joins along, and then it turns into a great show.
Okay.
Either way, the comedy is great. I think the first maybe 2, 3, 4 episodes in the first season, if you're trying to get into the show, it goes a little back and forth because you don't know what kind of comedy it is.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the show was trying to find its place.
Yeah.
And then starting like 7th or 8th episode, that shit just fucking turns up.
Okay.
When it starts getting centered around this guy called Schmidt and Nick, and then when the story, explores these characters, it starts to get like sick.
Okay.
So very underrated show and a very good show. What else is? I feel like there's a show called Dead to Me. It's gotten very high reviews, like high praise.
Never seen it.
Yeah. It's about, I don't know, like 2 women meet at like some sort of focus group for people recovering from significant others dying, whatever. Mm-hmm. Some sort of, not a focus group, what do you call those? Support group.
Support, yeah. So, yeah.
Support group, and then the story builds on. I don't want to give it away because I feel like,
if you tell
a big part of it, but it's part comedic drama, but it's a good watch, I think.
Okay.
Like, it's not, it definitely has moments. Christina Applegate is the lead actress, and she's like hot as fuck.
All right, so
that's that.
That's that.
What else? There's like a couple more good shows. Obviously the documentary's out, the Jordan documentary.
Oh yeah, that's been a large part of my life.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I can talk about. I mean, I watch a lot of comedies because
talk about.
When I watch TV, I just zone out.
Oh, there's a cartoon. If you're into cartoons, there's a cartoon much like The Simpsons and the Family Guy called F is for Family, done by comedian Bill Burr. Except this one actually has a plot, continuous plot.
Yeah, it's basically about Bill Burr's life.
Yeah, loosely based on his life, his upbringing in somewhere in Boston.
Wait, has the new season come out yet?
3 seasons have come out. I think the 4th season is coming out in July or something.
Okay, because I seen the first 3 seasons. I'm gonna be down to watch it again.
Yeah, it's a very good show.
Pretty good.
Good comedy too. Mm-hmm. Good comedy, good plot. Like it gives you a nice little look into what it was like in Boston. That scene in 1970s.
Yeah.
70s and 60s.
It's. I feel like it's more about not even like the scene of entire Boston. I think it's more of the suburb life of
suburb life. Yeah, exactly.
It's there's a lot based on the kids' point of view.
Yeah. What else? You were gonna say something.
I
cut you off.
I know you keep cutting me off, man. No, like I haven't really watched anything new except for the Jordan documentary since this quarantine began. I watched a couple of movies, which I watched a couple of. I watched this Ryan Reynolds movie, Waiting.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Basically, it's about like a couple of guys working in a restaurant. It's Ryan Reynolds, and you remember those old like Apple versus PC commercials?
Sort of.
So it was like that guy who played the Apple guy, who's like young and hip and stuff. So basically, him and Ryan Reynolds like working at this restaurant. It's like a day. It's a day in the restaurant. It's pretty funny.
Comedy?
Yeah, comedy. I mean, that's all I pretty much watch, man. It's so.
And I saw Mowgli, the fucking Jungle Book, the Netflix version of the Jungle Book, which is crazy because I think Universal or Disney released their own Jungle Book, and then Netflix
Disney had their own Jungle Book, like a live action version, and then Mowgli came out.
Yeah, Mowgli was also live action.
Yeah, Mowgli was supposed to come out in theaters, but then after for whatever reason it didn't go through, and then Netflix bought the production rights and then finished the movie. Released it on Netflix.
Mowgli was actually like very well done.
I watched the first. I need to watch the second half. I watched the first half with my mom.
Yeah,
she really enjoyed it.
Yeah, very good.
Let's see.
Everybody in the family enjoyed it. You know what else I rewatched on Saturday? Inglourious Bastards with the family.
How the hell did you watch that with your parents?
Whatever, it wasn't that bad. Like. Obviously, there was some scenes where like people were chopping off skulls and all this and that, so I had to sort of tell them to close their eyes a little bit. But
the gore wasn't as bad, but there was like a little like sexual humor in there too.
Not that bad.
See, that's the thing with my family. It's
like actually there was only like maybe 10 seconds of that.
True.
Everything else was fine. By the way, there were a lot of things that I missed when I first watched this film that I caught on when I watched it the past weekend. Nah. Great film.
I did realize it's like a
great dialogue, great everything.
Is Inglourious Bastards Tarantino?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tarantino. Yeah, and the Christoph Waltz, man. What a great
this guy's
performance.
a fucking...
So, his career just took the fuck off, man.
Dude.
Never stopped.
Okay, have you seen that new app, QB?
Yes.
Okay, have you seen it? Like, have you...
No.
Okay, so I'll keep looking at it. Like, I keep getting commercials for it. Like, when I'm watching YouTube.
I got one too, yeah.
Basically, from what I understand is, it's not full... they have, like... It's like another streaming service.
Right.
But they don't have full TV shows. Like, they have shows created just for QB, but they're not, like, full episode shows. They're, like, 10-minute episodes.
Oh, okay.
But they have, like, A-list actors. They have, like...
Right, yeah. I
so
saw
they
Chris
have...
Evans in one of them. Right, Chris Evans was in one of them, right?
Is he? I don't know. I've only seen 3 commercials. So one has Christoph Waltz and who's the middle? Liam Hemsworth, the youngest Hemsworth brother. Basically, that show.
Oh, Chase or something.
I don't know what it's called, but the premise looks so cool. Like, basically, Liam Hemsworth's like a young guy who's like dying or something, and he needs like money for medication. So he goes to Christoph Waltz.
And he's got to go through some sort of... He's got to survive for a day or something.
24 hours. Like, I want to watch it. It looks good, but like, I don't know if I'm ready to spend money on another streaming service.
Yeah.
And then there's like another...
It's Netflix for me. Yeah.
There's another like show I seen on there. It's like a comedy. It's about Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
She's the girl from like the Cop movie. What's it called? Pitch Perfect?
Uh-huh.
You know the one that goes like...
maybe.
You know the Cop song? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, she's doing another show about like her traveling the country with a sex doll.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, she like finds like a sex doll and she travels the country. And then there's another show about like a couple who does home reno, but they buy a house that actually has like some mob money stashed in it. So the mob comes after them or something like that. But I was thinking, I'm like, yo, is QB like another thing I should invest in?
Probably not. Not in this climate.
True. What else I've been watching? I started watching Community again.
Community, yeah.
Dude, it's so funny, man.
First couple seasons.
First 3. So basically,
it's always that, The first 3, 4.
Well, that's the thing. Like, after a while, like in every TV show,
I won't lie. Modern Family, New Girl, Office until Carell left. They maintained that humor. At least their base humor was so much better than every other show.
The thing is, like, TV shows, I feel like after a while, the characters become caricatures of themselves. Like, what happens is, like, if there's a character who shows,
that was
like...
way too fucking deep for me.
No, what I'm saying is, like, these characters have, like, these personality traits.
Right, it becomes too much about that.
And then, yeah, they just keep focusing on those same personality traits over and over and over. Like, Dwight from The Office is a goofball, so they keep, like, focusing on that over and over.
Yeah, I guess his character didn't grow that much.
No, actually, no. In The Office,
he did.
Yeah. Look, Office is a bad example because, like, but, like, say something like Friends, right? Joey in the first season... Obviously, a lovable dumbass.
Retard and remained a retard.
No, but he just becomes stupider and stupider as every season goes. Yeah, in the first few seasons, he's still like somewhat coherent. By the end of it, like this guy doesn't understand like how toilets work or something. I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
Like they become characters.
Yeah, man, that's old. That's why.
I guess, yeah. But it just becomes like they.
Right.
Those things just keep getting worse and worse, right?
But man, like. In Modern Family, the gay couple, man, kudos. Those guys they're probably the best part. Like, for me, other than Phil Dunphy, the dad of the normal family, so to speak. And then the gay couple, they're the best. Like,
I like them. And I also like the guy,
old guy, Jay Pritchett.
Yeah. He's from Married with Children, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't watched Modern Family since it first came. Like, I watched the first 2 seasons when it first came out.
Like, acting is good, scenes are good, the situations are funny. Like, it's a very good show.
Okay, time to get back into it.
It's part of the reason why it got so popular. Like, you'll also notice, like, nothing bad stays on that long. Like, it has even Friends. As much as you would hate to admit it, was a good show.
Oh no, I love Friends.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying I hate it. I love Friends. Like, I've watched Friends from end to end like a few times.
Yeah, a few times, yeah. Another underrated comedy, like old school stand up with like a laugh track, is like King of Queens with Kevin James. Underrated fucking show.
Is it on Netflix or anything?
Nah. There's a couple of episodes on YouTube you can find, but you gotta stream it separately.
Oh, I watched Parks and Rec again too, but that's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's a good show.
The first season is It's shaky, but it picks up.
You know the crazy part is now that I am in land development, like I feel like I could understand Parks and Recs way more, but I still haven't gotten into it. Like I watched it when I was younger. Yeah. And I had no fucking clue what the hell was happening. Like all the political stuff with the permits and everything. Like I would actually understand that now.
But Parks and Rec is not so much about land development as more as it is about like the politics that goes inside City Hall.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Good times. Now, my quarantine is... Huh?
Sorry, back to the shows. Fucking Billions, 5th season came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta hop on that.
Billions it's a good show, but like sometimes it gets a little annoying because they try to make... I don't know. They extend... It's gotten to a point where some scenes are extremely unrealistic. Like, it's like, guy, just chill.
Yeah. But these are the expressions of billionaires, not us.
No, Succession is a much better show about billionaires. Like way more realistic.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they're pushing the whole you gotta win, you gotta kill to win, like fucking shitty corporate culture.
But that corporate culture is what's running America right now.
I know it is. And
that's the reason why
I agree. But like
that's the reason why these companies
Succession shows like.
But Succession is based more on the family. It's not really...
No, but you get to see that a little bit, but it shows the more harsh truth about corporate culture as well. Like, there's a scene where this guy just fucking takes out a whole division, like 250 employees fired in 1 second.
Yeah.
It was such a very well done, realistic scene. Mm-hmm. He even gets spat on by a fucking, whatever, ex-employee at the... Like, it's crazy. So Succession on HBO, great show. Billions, Showtime, great show.
Is the Succession and Billions written by the same people?
No. Completely different.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I love Billions, but like Succession is way better.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed Succession more too.
Yeah. What else is on?
What else is on?
There's a fucking Bachelor for singers.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, my mom watches that shit. It's like you get to date singers. These are like semi-popular singers dating.
Yeah.
And then somehow they try to make it as a couple and sing on stage. I don't know, some shit. Whatever.
Yeah, I can't watch the reality stuff. My coworkers watch it. Like, a lot of my coworkers watch a lot of reality stuff.
Reality TV is funny, but when it... I ain't gonna lie, like fucking Jersey Shore was the bomb back in the day because it's just they did dumb shit. Like you just watch so you see them embarrass themselves in the next episode. That type of deal, right?
Yo, you remember back in grade 12 when we did not in grade 12, grade 11, we did our physics project. We were making those windmills. Mm-hmm. You came over like 4 weekends in a row, and we were building our windmill while we were watching Jersey Shore. I still remember that shit.
Probably. I actually don't remember it, but probably. I'm gonna say yes.
No, we got to... I don't know why the hell I watched... Yeah, Jersey Shore... I don't know, man. Every time I watch Jersey Shore, I just want to punch him in the face.
Punch who?
All of them.
All of them? Fuck.
I mean...
Those guys are fucking funny, though.
Yeah, they're hilarious. But they're like the stupid... But they're also the people that if you see in real life, you're gonna be like, these people are annoying as fuck.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You really want to go to a party with these guys wilding out?
I would like to see it in person.
Until it interferes with your night.
Yeah, well, yeah. But... Yeah, those are... Yeah, it's tough because, you know what I noticed? Is like there's so many options in terms of like streaming, what shows to watch.
Yeah.
You just don't know what the fuck to pick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. Like, I know there's like very good shows on Netflix right now. Like, whatever, Chernobyl.
Yeah, there's just so much. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. There's like a lot.
Better Call Saul. Like, I'm pretty sure that apparently I know that show got like amazing views. Breaking Bad is on.
Oh, yeah.
On Netflix. My man, I don't know.
See, that's my thing. Like, I can't spend time so I can watch movies. Like, the other day I watched Training Day. Right. I also watched...
I feel like movies are the better option. Like, I started watching Pacific Rim 2, but it did the classic. Let's introduce an annoying-ass fucking
kid.
Teenage character just to fuck the plot up, start to finish. So
no, but yeah, I know. 1 was so much better, man. 2, they bought Joel Boyega or whatever.
Yo, that guy was okay, but it's just a stupid fucking kid that pissed me off.
Well, Scott Eastwood pissed me off too.
Who's that?
That's the white guy. You know, the guy who was actually in the army who was like...
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Yeah, Boyega's partner, and then Boyega like left, and he caught feelings. That guy pissed me off too.
Yeah. Typical fucking...
No, but what I was saying is, like, I would like watching single movies because, like,
yeah,
it's easier. Exactly, it's done after hour. Like, it's hard for me to get into a show.
Yeah.
Especially when that show is not on Netflix or Amazon, because, like, when I come home, I like to just turn on the TV, like, on the smart TV, not have to go on my laptop and pull it up, and it's just easier when it's in, like, a streaming site, you know?
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna rewatch is probably Inception.
Mm-hmm.
Usually now, like I host like I try to watch a movie with my parents.
Yeah.
Every weekend, just because it's like whatever, it's a good time, right? I think I'm gonna watch Inception with them.
Man, when I end up,
it's gonna be another confusing ass movie from my mom. She had a hard time following fucking the shit in Inglourious Bastards. But it was funny though, like, it's good. My dad was extremely engaged. He was asking questions about, it wasn't even asking questions. He's pretty good. Like, he was asking questions about directing. Like, oh, how'd you think he got that shot? How'd you think he made this work? Like,
yo, your dad's an intelligent guy.
He is.
I gotta say, he's
smart.
He has, like, good input on this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And he was looking at that. And he even questioned me. He's like, what's the big deal about Tarantino? Like, none of his directing... It didn't look that good.
Really?
Yeah, it was like... And he was right. Like, Inglourious Basterds, I don't think it had, like, nice-looking shots, at least that I can tell.
Well, doesn't Tarantino also write the plot, too?
That's the thing. That was my counter-argument. I was like, no, Dad. Like, he takes care of everything. He's not just a director. He's a writer, screenwriter. I'm pretty sure he did the, screenplay, everything, all that, blah, 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 right? So, that was him, start to finish. So that's what's great about it. And the dialogue, you can't match it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't,
Gotta say, look, Tarantino's a weird foot fetish, man.
He is. Even my dad was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Just from watching
every movie I've seen. Pulp Fiction, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Glorious Bastards, Kill Bill, like, every single thing. Like, what?
Hey, but the guy that played the Jew hunter in Inglourious Bastards, Eli Roth, that guy's even worse because he's the director of Hostel. Hostel 1, 2, 3, whatever. It's like gory scenes. It's like, guy, why is that in your head all the time?
Gore is one thing, but like to sexualize everything is, I don't know. I feel like gore is a lot easier than like just over sexualizing the world.
Yeah, fair. But gore is also fucked up. Like, if you're trying to. Like, if the whole time you're trying to direct a movie where each scene is to outdo the other scene with respect to how the gore works, like,
yeah,
it's like, what the fuck are you trying to do here, man?
So okay, if it's all about outdoing,
like Saw and like fucking,
yeah, if it's all about just trying to outdo the other scene, that's one thing. But if it's just like, gore, if gore has its like, you can do it tastefully,
Yeah, like if you want to watch a good movie with a bit of everything, comedy, gore, everything packed into one. Hot Fuzz.
I still haven't watched it. I love those two guys.
It's a fucking good movie.
Simon Pegg and Nicholas Frost, right?
Nick Frost.
Yeah.
That's probably the best movie that they did together.
Oh no, man. Shaun of the Dead was...
I think it's better than Shaun of the Dead.
Really?
I think so. But Shaun of the Dead is up, like, it's right up there.
And then they also had that other movie, Lesbian Vampire Hunters.
Oh, was that them?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And then they had...
At World's End, or...
No, that's not them.
Yeah, the World's End.
Oh, right. I was... Yeah. I was confusing that with This Is the End, with James Franco and Craig.
Both very good movies. I enjoyed both movies.
And they had Paul. Was it Paul?
Oh, yeah. The Alien, that was pretty funny, too.
Yeah.
What was that? Wasn't it Kristen Dunst or whatever? The girl in that, was it her? No, I don't know.
Kirsten Dunst, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, yeah, those were all good movies.
See, that's my thing. Like, during quarantine, I've just been kind of rewatching comedy. Because like I want to get away from the world, man, and laughing for 20 minutes at a time is just the way to go.
I just like, you know why I like those 20-minute comedies? It's just a nice, soothing background noise to have.
Yeah, literally, it's like I'm not even watching it. I'm just kind of zoned out, just like it's happening. I'm just like melting in my seat.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Oh, this.
Those are some good. I think what we'll do is maybe we should have another. Somewhere down the line, we'll make a list of good movies and we'll have a discussion.
Yeah.
Like top 5 movie.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap it up soon. Just before I do, I gotta appreciate the few people that have mentioned, have then commented on our Instagram.
Major shout outs.
Yeah. Someone asked for us to talk about religion, which we discussed. Religion's a touchy subject.
Which we will have a
not a religious talk, but a talk about religion and specific things.
Ramadan
for now,
the starting point.
Just because it is the month of Ramadan, it's holy to me. We're gonna talk about like specific days and actions and things and all the different religions. Like, it's not us, talking about like religious aspects of like how to be super, into it. It's just kind of talking about what the good things are, what's benefiting from that.
Yeah. Like, this is not like we're not gonna have like a.
And of course,
crazy debate.
We don't know that well. Like, I don't think any of us are masters at anything.
Yeah, no.
So someone else asked us to talk about world history. My guy, I barely know the past 2 weeks. How am I gonna know the world history?
That's true. But that being said, it's very interesting. History is actually so interesting because you learn a lot of patterns about civilizations, how things move forward. So we'll try to confirm what the fuck I just said about about how the economy changes after a big deal.
We'll look into it.
I think we can have good topics. Mm-hmm. Like I know there's some definitely historic figures that are definitely interesting to talk about.
Yeah. Someone else asked us to talk about
shows and the binge watch shows,
which I guess we got into.
We got into, but we'll make something interesting out of this. Like we'll take this a step further down the line, and then the Last Dance, which
we're gonna do. Last Dance is coming up.
That's gonna be a big talk. I think next podcast is gonna be a big talk about ball.
Yeah, next podcast we are gonna talk about Last Dance. That's a guarantee. That's my guarantee. I'm gonna make it my effort.
Fucking Jordan.
I'm gonna make my effort in the next 24 hours to watch the last 3 episodes, basically, because I fell asleep during episode 8.
You're fucked, bro.
My guy.
Well, actually, you know what? Yeah. Whatever.
I'm gonna make it my work.
But they're all great. Like the next couple episodes are great.
I've been loving it so far. Like I've been the one thing. So one critic. Okay, we'll actually talk about more of this after. You know what? I'll save all the critics. You know what? We'll do an entire podcast just talking about the last 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Someone else also asked us to talk about like what we're doing to stay in shape during quarantine.
You know what? We'll actually like. We'll get into that a little bit.
We keep talking about it, and then we keep talking about the quarantine and COVID itself. We're gonna get away from talking about that.
We'll talk about like fucking flat feet and whatever the shit that we used. The workouts we used to do.
And to be honest, like this podcast, it's a huge delay from our last podcast. That's again we
were trying to get a guest, and obviously that fell through, which will happen.
That fell through. Family priorities came through.
Yeah.
Big ups. We did this like our first available day back. We were able to do this. Hoping to get this out hoping to get this on the market in the next 36 hours.
Yeah.
That's the plan, to get this out and get the next podcast recorded in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
and then I think we'll have a guest soon for sure. We're gonna
hopefully
have a guest soon.
All right. Next podcast podcast after we'll talk about sports and how it's being relayed, because I'm sure a lot of you know.
Moving on, how
Bundesliga just played their first matches since quarantine, and it was a spectacle to watch. It was a spectacle. We'll get into that. But thank you. Like, we're running out of time. It's I got like
someone's gonna break fast.
Thank you guys. Thank you for listening to us. I know it was
follow us at the 416 Drive. Email us at the 416drive@gmail.com. What else?
YouTube,
Spotify, everything. It's the 416 Drive. You know, it's what
simple,
Corona
man.
is about.
Just get into it. We'll talk to you soon.
And also, we want to make this interacting. I know we had some conversations, DMs with a bunch of people. They want to link up, do some things here and there. IG Live, we don't have a setup yet, but we will make some things happen. We would love to collaborate with all and everybody. Whoever has a great story to tell, a talent to show, whatever the fuck. Like, we'd like to have you guys on. For
sure. And once quarantine's actually over, not this fake over that it is right now, we want to go and want to explore Toronto. We want to celebrate Toronto.
For sure.
I want to celebrate Toronto, man. Like,
celebrate Toronto, give you guys our takes on all the good spots to eat, whatever.
Eat, party, chill.
Yeah. Everything. Smoke, whatever. So I think I'll see you guys, or we'll see you guys in 48 hours?
48 hours.
Something like that. And we'll have that episode out when, you think?
I'll work on it. We'll work on it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. Thank you for listening to us, guys.
Yo, stay safe, stay inside.
Stay frosty.